YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right. So today, just kind of going through the comments and emails and things that I get in DMs on Instagram. A lot of new participants or new collectors in this space, and simplicity is so underrated. It is so underrated. We're all in search of well, I ain't gonna say we're all, but the conversations are out there very loudly of, don't want to smell like anybody else, or looking for a complex fragrance that it will set me apart from all the other fragrance DNAs out there. I participate in those conversations. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but let's reel it in. All right, so being simple and simplicity is very underrated. So I have 5 fragrances here today that I believe are very simple profiles, but yet still elite, yet can still separate you from the competition, or put you in rarefied air with those who you might be in the same room that wear fragrances like you. All right, so I get it, the conversation, I understand it, but sometimes going the simple route is the best route. All right, so let's go ahead and tap into these 5 recommendations, man, that are simple, but they are fantastic fragrances for sure. All right, up first, one of my favorites, if not my favorite from this house, from the house of Briony, we have Briony Eclat. Briony Eclat. This is a beautiful citrusy, rose, musky style of a scent. Very nice, bright, tart grapefruit in the opening here. Very simple wear. I typically like to wear this to the office, but I have worn it on spring days. I've worn it in the high heat of summer, which it performs beautifully in the high heat, by the way. But this is a fragrance for sure that has a touch of elegance, has a touch of class. It's not your regular, everyday kind of shower jelly themed fragrance. No, it's fresh, it's clean. The opening of this fragrance is really, really good, especially if you love citrus. This is one to really tap into. So although simple, but this is very elite on a high level here. With what you get performance here, I get around that 6 to 7 hour range. You can overspray this if you see fit, but very nice quality here. And Briony is just underrated as a house as it is, but this is one for sure that's very simple, but is going to beyond get the job done. From the house of Briony, we have Briony Eclat, and this is an EDP. All right, Briony Eclat. All right, up next, no one literally talks about this fragrance but me. But believe it or not, this is one of my favorites from this long lineage of flankers since the original years ago. What am I talking about? From the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we're talking YSLY EDP Intense. YSLY EDP Intense. I love this stuff, man. It removes all of the playful elements that you get from the EDP. Even the Le Parfum still has some of that youthful energy to it, which is really, really good. The Le Parfum, or the original Le Parfum, I know they've revamped it and got rid of the old one, and now they have a new one. I know that. But back to this one. This one is probably the most mature out of everything that's been released from this particular line. Why is that? Well, you lose out on that fruity apple, fruity opening. This is more on that dry juniper, woods, lavender. This stuff here, that green, spicy, fresh, spicy texture to this as well really stands out. Very masculine for sure. Everyday wear. Yes, you get the YSLY vibes for sure, but a lot of people love that fruity, balmy element that you get throughout several of the flankers. This one just doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. It sticks to its guns. It's like I said, it's masculine. It's going to get the job done, but there's not a lot of conversation about this. Simplistic format, absolutely, but this stuff is outstanding. It's amazing. It is an amazing fragrance, and don't let the conversation of, no one wears YSLY anymore, or bro, there's so many other things out there better. Don't see for yourself. See for yourself. For me, this is an office king. I wear this quite a bit to the office, and I just really simply enjoy it. All right, from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we got YSLY EDP Intense. YSLY EDP Intense. All right. Up next, this is from a house that the story and all of the content, the videos, I did an interview with George Zahar about this particular fragrance. It's just so much more than how it smells from the presentation on, but you can tap into that out. Put that live stream where I interviewed George about this fragrance if you hadn't seen it already. But this is a very simple fragrance, but it offers so much more, from the quality to the storytelling and the unique ingredients in here. From the house of Zahar, we have Precious Treasure. Precious Treasure from the house of Zahar. Very clean, woody, floral. There's this Bushman, I think that's the correct word for it, Bushman candle that gives off this kind of waxy, floral, musky vibe. An ambery soft, kind of like vanillic texture in the dry down of this fragrance. Very clean. And the thing about this is, for a fresh fragrance, for a clean fragrance, for a simplistic format, this is not a simple fragrance. It develops from the opening to the mid and to the dry down. Those who are looking for something that is, yes, very easy to wear, very simple to wear, but you want something that has a bit of character to it. You want something that is going to help you stand out in comparisons to other clean and simple formatted fragrances. Here you go. Now, once this was a limited edition, numbered packaging, I was a recipient of this, and very grateful for the opportunity for this to be sent my way, but it's now readily available. I believe still on Zahar. But long story short, this is an incredible fragrance. Simplistic, but it's far different than any fresh styled fragrance that you may be used to, and highly recommend a sample. Get your nose on it. But just even off the atomizer, it provides just something that, quite frankly, a regular, shower jelly, fresh and clean based fragrance just doesn't have. And this is worth checking out. From the house of Zahar, we're talking Precious Treasure. Although simple, although simple and very, very non-complex, it offers something that I can't even really put into words. I even did it in my initial review. It's just something about it that helps it stand out even in its simple form. So great fragrance for sure. Up next, man, I love this stuff. Man. The first time that I smelled it, just blown away, man. From the house of Day 3 Fragrances, we're talking Downtown Deja Vu. Shout out to my man's Mike and his team, everybody over at Day 3. Oh my God, this is amazing. I remember hearing conversations about this 90s mall themed fragrance that was out there. And when I finally got my nose on, I was like, oh my God, he definitely captured it. Like fresh, clean linen, a cotton candy musk. You get citruses in here, a little bit of a light berry action with the citruses. In the dry down of this fragrance, you get a almost like a suede leathery appearance. It's not bold and not getting out there. It really stays in line, so to speak, with the base of the fragrance. And for me, it's that cotton candy, ambery, dry linen, clean type of vibe. That's what you get. So simple format, but not a basic fragrance. Simple format, not basic. That's not what this is, man. Great performance on here. I love that cotton candy ambery musk in here. It is the star of the show to me. And if you are as old as I am and you remember walking through the mall in your early teenage days, or I don't know, when you're in high school, junior, senior year, me and my friends, we used to go to the mall, used to walk the mall, going to Foot Locker to see what the latest sneakers are, get a hat, some white tees, stop by the Cinnabon or the cookie place, and that was routine, man. And this definitely generates those memories. But this is so well done, even though, like I said, it's simple format of a fragrance. This is definitely something that gives you something much more than being simple. So although I said in the beginning of this video, these fragrances are simple, but they are not basic, man. They are not basic fragrances for sure. From the house of Day 3, shout out to Mike and the crew again. They're on a roll. They are on a roll. A lot of fans out there of Day 3, like myself. We're talking Downtown Deja Vu. I definitely recommend get your nose on this one, man. Definitely recommend it. Great everyday signature scent style fragrance. All of these are, all right? And last but not least, this is for my classic man out there. You might be watching and you're into all that. You feel what I'm talking about with the fragrances that we've discussed so far, but you might be looking for something a little bit more classic. Well, I got classic for you, for sure. And the fougere genre is forever and forever will be classic. And we have one of the most classiest and classic fougeres from the house of Christian Dior. We have Eau Sauvage. Eau Sauvage from Christian Dior. Man, I believe this first rolled out back in the 70s, I believe, or early 80s. Don't quote me on that, but this fragrance has been out for quite some time. This is your standardized fougere style fragrance, and it's a great one. Signature scent, everyday wear, smells like old money. This smells like you own a pair of penny loafers, slacks that stop at the ankle bone. You wear green money colored polos, and you hop in your Miata on the Friday nights and the weekends, and you ride around and you just kind of do your thing. You're him. You feel me? You're established. You know what it is. You're not looking for fruity fragrances. You're not looking for over the top complex. You're looking for the money, and this is the money. This is a money fragrance. This is not for everybody. Some people may smell this and be like, oh, this is your great uncle or your grandpa or your dad. No. You just don't understand yet. And that is okay. Lead this to the big dogs. Because that's what this is. This is, the fougere is one of the more praised profiles, especially from men my age and older. Because it is simple. It does get the job done. It is great for everyday wear. It is great for versatility when you're talking about going to the office or going to lunch or going on a date, and you're not really into, the other blue shower gel fragrances and citrus. You want that fougere gentleman's touch. Look no further than this. This is a classic, and it is to be respected for sure. Simplistic setup, but definitely not basic. From the house of Christian Dior, we're talking Eau Sauvage. Eau Sauvage from Christian Dior. All right, so there you have it, man. That wraps up this video, man. So those are 5 fragrances that I feel have simplistic setups and simplistic what's the word I'm looking for? A simplistic setup, but a simplistic features, but they are definitely not basic. They definitely offer things that can set you apart. They offer things that come off unique. Like even just the precious treasure, the story attached to it, is something very, very special, something very, very unique that adds more mystique to the fragrance in itself. The Downtown Deja Vu, that 90s theme mall vibe with that cotton candy, ambery musk, clean linen type of, like, yeah, it's a clean format, it's clean fragrance, it'll work for anything, but it's just something about it. And that's what these are. So being simple, simplicity, simplistic, it's very, very underrated, man. And very underrated. So if you're not looking to, find something wacky and crazy to wear, man, tap into one of these and see for yourself. It might be exactly what you're looking for. All right. So that's going to conclude today's video, man. Y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care of yourselves. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here, man. Spread love, not hate. Spread love, not hate. Work on you, man. Work on you. If you work on you, you ain't got time to hate. You work on you, build around you, your family, things that you want to accomplish, you ain't gonna have time to hate. And I'm talking to that one that's getting ready to type something in the comments. Bro, go figure out your 401k or your something like that, bro. Focus on that, and it'll do you a lot better than hating on me or anybody else in the comments or anybody else in YouTube. Okay? All right, spike it up, spike it down, spike that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you're going to get back. Peace, y'all. Till next time. Spike.